Hi, I'm Mike Brotherton and welcome to my Allotment UK on this glorious spring morning. I tried to film this yesterday, which was Sunday, but I couldn't because there was aircraft flying over the National Park, which is just across the road there in the nature reserve, checking on people who are taking the relaxation in restrictions. What have we been doing this week? Well, as usual, because we haven't had any rain for some time, it's watering, which is a boring, long job, which I do early in the morning or I do late at night. And other jobs, important jobs, seem to get forgotten. I had this discussion with Bob and Mel in Florida, and he's of the same opinion. Either gets done or else it doesn't. You make your plans, but it goes awry. But there's a number of jobs that have been urgent this week. I've concentrated on this particular bed here. I took off the covering. Bit disappointed how it's turned out. The cardboard, and again that's because of the weather, it's not all rotted away. It's a bit like paper mache. You can even read the newspaper that's stuck to it. But there we go. Important job was Brassica bed. I'd let that go astray. It got weeds, but mainly, just like the leeks down there, self-seeded poppies. So they're about to be taken away, and I've got to protect these this time. So I've concentrated on the Brassica bed. I've also put in the second sowing of beetroot in the plugs. I use, I say plugs, they're the Coia pellets. I've done it in the Charles Dowding method, and the only deviation is using the pellets instead of plugs, and that's gone well, planting them at 6 inches apart and in rows about 15 or 14 inches on there. I've found that the plugs have been successful, so I've ordered some more, and I'm going to try them. I think it's the swedes I'll try and see if I get any success with that. Weather's been strange this week. Had first 3 days was extremely cold. We had frosts at night. I managed to protect everything. The only damage I got was volunteer potato, which I'd covered up, protected, but that got bitten by the frost. But the rest of the things gone okay. I've put a metal edge round the 1 foot gardening template, and I've tried that out this week, and that seems to be successful. The aluminium goes all around the edge, and when I press it down, it's supposed to make a mark. It does make a mark, but you can't see it on the camera. On one of the tests I did, I accentuated it with sand, but I think that's a success. As I say, the weather's been fine, and it's going to be even hotter. Right, let's start showing you what I've been doing. The construction of raised bed 13, due to the retaining wall, is not the same as my other beds, and the Enviro frames are a standard size and fit all, with the exception of this one. For the moment, I'll have to put together a Heath Robinson structure, and meantime think of an alternative protection method. But the first task is to strip what's there, do the weeding and some further planting out, and maybe try out the square foot planting jig. Weeds are all cleared and the bed's looking tidier. You can just observe the 1 foot squares into which my cabbage plants can be placed. I added some supermarket marigolds for sun protection, and when all done, duly watered in. The start of the week was bitterly cold, with a strong north wind. Not much happening on the plot. My wife wanted some more plants for her hanging baskets, and I required more compost. So taking the Muddy Boots tip, at Morrison's were selling compost at £10 for 5 bags. A trip to Uckfield was in order to replenish our stock. This season's sweet corn has been allocated to bed 11, which to be ready will require clearing, including the dismantling of the Enviro frames. These frames are connected together with or by a wire, which is the first task in the dismantling process. The end frames have been nailed to the raised bed ends below the surface of the soil. Heavens of Betsy, digging is involved. The bed cleared of the dross, out came the Canterbury hoe, or which is sometimes called a Chillington hoe, to clear any weeds and break loose the surface, which was dried and baked by the recent dry weather. A note for the diary recorded Tuesday, 12th of May, raw beans in flower. That cold north wind at the start of the week had removed the protective covering off bed 14. I would have cleared it anyway, as this season bed 14 is allocated to French beans, and therefore this is given the same treatment as that received for bed 11. I can't have a haircut, but the surrounding paths were given the short battened sides till I had used up my stock of plastic rotor blades. It's a job that needed doing though. The next task was to plant out my second sowing of beetroot. The type is bolt hardy. Now here's a task for a rainy day. Make a dibber to the same diameter as a Coia pellet. Friend and fellow plot holder David brought his battery-powered tiller to help prop up beds 11 and 14. I don't know if this constitutes digging, but I'm giving it a whirl anyway. This apart, I did enjoy the two-step dance session. And here we go again on bed 14. Well, that's that finished for today and for this episode. Alexa, tell me a gardening joke.
I took the shell off my racing snail to make him faster. But now he's more sluggish.
Well, that's it for another week. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, a thumbs up would be nice, and if you've not already done so, please subscribe, and to get further notifications, ring that bell. But for now, take care, look after yourself, and bye.